Halal Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai Bahashem Wakakadash. Greetings to the hopeful elect, all the Israelites, and all the good sojourning people of the earth. Alright, we're going through the video. We don't struggle against you know flesh and bones, but principalities in the cosmic places. Alright, let's go to Ephesians chapter 6, verse 10. The whole armor of Elohim. Finally, be strong in the Most High and in the strength of His power. Put on the whole armor of Yahweh Elohim, so you may be able to stand against the wills of the devil. For our struggle is against enemies. It's not against enemies of blood and flesh, but against the rulers, against the authorities, against the cosmic powers that represent darkness, against spiritual forces of evil in the heavenly places. Therefore, take up the whole armor of Yahweh Elohim, so you may be able to withstand on that evil day. And having done everything to stand therefore and fasten tight to the truth around your waist, and the breastplate of righteousness, the shoes for your feet. Put on what will make you ready to proclaim the gospel of peace. Without it, and also take the shield of faith, in which will be able to quench all the flame arrows of the evil one. Take the helmet of salvation and the sword of spirit, which is the word of Yahweh Elohim. Pray in the spirit at all times, every prayer in supplication. To no end keep alert and always preserving supplications for all the saints, also for me, so that when I speak, messages may be given to me, and to be known with boldness the mysteries of the gospel, for which I am an ambassador in chains. Pray and declare it boldly as I must speak. There you go. See, we fight against principalities in heavenly places. Sun, moon, stars. The vehicles of demons. In the playgrounds. The constellations. Now, let's go to Colossians, right? Concerning things of this world. You know what I'm saying? Okay, like holidays and whatnot. Therefore, do not let anyone condemn you in matter of food and drink, or of observing festivals, new moons, or Sabbaths that are only a shadow of what is to come. But the substance belongs to Yahweh, Mashiach Yahushai. And do not let anyone disqualify you, insisting on self-basement and worship of angels, dwelling on visions, puffed up without cause by a human way of thinking, and not holding fast to the head, and from whom the whole body, nourished and held together by its ligaments and sinews, grows within growth that is from Yahweh Elohim. Yeah, like for example, the Sabbath. You know what I'm saying? It's not on Saturday. First of all, it's not even, shouldn't be a name in your mouth, because He only named one day, Sabbath. It all goes according to the cycles of the moon, like in the book of Enoch says. So in that sense, when you take the Friday evening to Saturday evening, then you're celebrating Saturn. You know what I'm saying? Assassin, sorcery. Now let's go to Hebrews. Go to chapter 9. Let's start from verse 11. But when Mashiach Yahushua came as a high priest of the good things that have come, then through the greater and perfect tent, not made with the hands, that is not of this creation, He entered once for all in the holy place, not with the blood of goats and calves, but with His own blood, thus obtaining eternal redemption. For if the blood of goats and bulls, with the sprinkling of the ashes of a heifer, sanctifies those who have been defiled, so that their flesh is purified, how much more will the blood of Mashiach Yahushai, who through the eternal Spirit offer Himself without blemish to Yahweh Elohim, purify conscience from dead works to worship the living Elohim. For this reason He is the mediator of a new covenant, so that those who are called may receive the promised eternal inheritance, because a death has occurred that redeems them from the transgressions under the first covenant, where a will is involved. The death of one who made it must be established. For a will in a force as long as the one who made it is alive. Hence not even the first covenant was inaugurated without blood. For when every commandment had been told to all the people by Moses, in accordance with the law, he took the blood of calves and goats with water and scarlet wool and hyssop, and sprinkled with the scroll itself, and all the people saying, This is the blood of the covenant that the Most High hath ordained for you. And in the same way, he sprinkled with the blood both the tent and all vessels in worship. Indeed, under the law, most everything is purified with blood, and without the shedding of blood, there is no forgiveness of sin. Basically, the law can be defiled, can be manipulated. That's what it's telling you. So, if it ain't the blood of Mashiach, then, don't abide in it. Let's go to St. Peter. Let's go to 2 Peter. Okay. First Peter chapter 4. Good stewardness of Most High grace. Since therefore Mashiach Yahushua suffered in the flesh, arm yourself also with the same intention. For whoever has suffered in the flesh has finished with sin, so as to live for the rest of your earthly life with no longer by human desires, but by the will of the Most High. You have already spent enough time in doing what the Gentiles like to do, living in licentiousness, passions, drunkenness, revels, carousing, and lawless idolatry. They are surprised that you no longer join them in the same excesses of dissipation, so that they blaspheme, but they will have given an account to him who stands ready to judge the living and dead. For this is the reason the gospel was proclaimed even to the dead, so that though they have been judged in the flesh as everyone is judged, they might live in the spirit as Yahweh Elohim does. In the end of all things is near. Therefore be serious and discipline yourself for the sake of your prayers. Above all, maintain constant love for one another, for love covers a multitude of sin. Basically, charity, be hospitable to one another without complaining. Like good stewards of manifold grace of Yahweh Elohim, serve one another with whatever gift each of you has received. Whoever speaks must do so as one speaking the very words of the Most High. Whoever serves must do so with the strength that Yahweh Elohim supplies, so that the Most High may be glorified in all things through Mashiach Yahushai, and to him belongs the glory and power forever. Amen, amen. Basically, the proclamations and charity covers a multitude of sins, man. But the whole point of this whole lesson was to let you know that we struggle against principalities. You know what I'm saying? Zodiac, and sorcery, witchcraft. That's what we struggle with. So you have to put that whole armor on, man. This was edifying. Most I'd be willing providing. Probably do another video because that's what we love to do. That's what we're born to. On that note, I'm gonna say Kahala Yahweh Bashem, Yahushai, Bashem Kakadash, and Shalom, man.